Guys, you've tuned into Money Control. It's 1 p.m. on the clock time. Karunya Rao, with me is Manisha Gupta. गर्मियों में कॉटन महंगा हो गया यार. What's going on? Like, why is it at an all-time high? Where is this demand coming from?
Oh, from everywhere, by the way. And you know what doesn't help is that we are looking at lower cotton yield this time around, and that is even keeping the prices higher from here on. In India, we're looking at all-time highs in cotton prices today. In the international markets, very close to those decade highs yet again. And you have had the International Cotton Advisory Committee come and say that we are looking at higher consumption, lower production, and they have revised the prices on the higher side for this year yet again. So everywhere that you look, you are looking at expensive cotton prices, already up 38% in this year.
Absolutely, 38% is insane. And what do consumers buy or wear now? Polyester? Like, what is the recourse?
You know, I was talking to the textile minister, the textile secchi for that matter, and he said, what's wrong in wearing man-made fiber? I mean, we should be getting towards that side as well. Internationally, nobody wears full cotton. It is always a mixed cotton that we have. I think in India as well, we are looking at those trends coming in quite soon. Anyways, when you buy a cotton shirt or a linen shirt for that matter, it costs way more premium than what other mixed blended clothes do. So I think we are headed there. And the expectation is that we are not going to go lower in sense of cotton prices anytime soon. The next 3 or 4 months are going to be even higher because this is peak arrival season. There is cotton coming into the markets. So once it stops coming, then you have that much of inventory until the next season. So yes, we are looking at higher cotton prices, and even as government has cut import duty, they've threatened to ban exports. But with the kind of prices that we are, the trade setup tells us that imports or exports for that matter, the volumes are going really lower with the way the prices are rising.
And you can kind of sense the heat that these textile companies must be feeling given the price that they've passed on, the price hike. So what should we do as investors as well? Somebody who's buying textile companies or even apparel retailers, is it a bad time for them?
It clearly is, because because I was talking to a lot of industry people, and they said the listed big textile companies could be even doing fine right now, but yes, it's going to be difficult for them buying the kind of higher raw material input cost that they are facing here. But the smaller textile companies absolutely cannot afford these kind of prices. There are reports of shutdowns, there are reports of very low inventories. The ginning companies which had been making profits are not able to do that. The yarn prices are running through the roof. It is a difficult time when it comes to cotton, and there is no stopping it even now because there is no cotton. There is strong demand, especially from those cotton apparel makers like Bangladesh or Sri Lanka or Vietnam, Venezuela, etc., which make those cotton clothes which are exported all over the world. There is strong demand from there, but there is less cotton.
Well, definitely something you should keep on your mind if you are invested or planning to invest in any of these companies that have or that use raw material in the form of cotton and its byproducts. But cotton is not the only commodity that's soaring. There's a lot of action in crude once again. What's happening there?
Well, we've been talking for the longest time about how European Union has drafted a proposal of banning Russian oil and gas, and that finally seems to be coming on board right now. So European Union has said that they are in 6 months going to phase out all Russian imports of oil, gas and refined products as well. Now that's not going to be so easy, but the fact that they finally have come out and said that has made an impact on the prices. So 5% of gains overnight, and we are trading in the positive right now. So $100 is here to stay. 110 is where we are trading right now, and with the kind of concerns where you have less refining and lower refining capacities and investments, you are looking at higher prices in the very near term. Russia itself came out and said we are not going to give gas to Bulgaria and Hungary. So Russia could be doing that before you could do that in next 6 months. So that's a threat there as well. So a lot of uncertainty when it comes to crude, and even as European Union will start to look at other countries to give them crude, you have a refining blend, you have a refining setup which only takes Russian crude. So revamping it or investing more into it, I think the next 6 months have even more uncertainty going forward when we look at how Europe and how Russia and Ukraine and sanctions and oil and gas, the whole thing is quite a mess right now.
And of course it's going to trickle down to the market sentiment as well, as we have seen already in the recent past, and by the looks of it, it could continue for another few months. Let's see how things pan out. But crude and cotton definitely something on our watch list, and we wanted to flag it off to you. Thank you so much guys for tuning in, and thanks for joining us.